All right, we got Bears, we got Patriots, we got the second rematch, we got Super Bowl 20 now. Super Bowl 20 was 1985, so here we go. We got January of 1986. Bears, Patriots. Last matchup, we had the Steelers prevent an upset. The Steelers did win in
Madden
real life.
football is the home of the Super Bowl. And
Can the
this
Patriots
historic
get the
matchup is
upset?
brought to you
Or will the
by EA
Bears
Sports.
win
It's
the
the
Super Bowl
Chicago
again?
Bears and the New England Patriots. And it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, most people thought the Patriots' reign was over post-Tom Brady, but this team has persevered and believed in one another, and they are back in the Super Bowl yet again.
And to no one's surprise, a lot of credit has to go to their coaching staff because talent-wise, this was not the best group in AFC, but they certainly believed in one another, and now here they are on the doorstep of winning another Super Bowl for the Pats.
Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's been a long, dry spell for them. They were last in the big game in 2007 and had their only victory way back in 1986.
And, partner, while we understand the Bears haven't been here very often, they certainly leave a mark, don't they? Go back to that one in 1986 against the Patriots. Beyond dominant. The entire season that way. Finished it off in the Super Bowl. Here, they just want to find a way to win and add another trophy to Chicago.
60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
To the 43, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 9. Now Brady. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a first down throw, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, You just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing now is Brady. Jones has it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Brady. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Brady now on first down. And this is caught at the end. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are an extra point away from Super Bowl.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That'll be caught by Hester. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A final shot before the break. Fields. They set up the screen to Peyton. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Hester to return from his end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And through 1 half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the 2nd half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the 2nd half, and I think they'll be all right.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They'll try and run for it with Peyton. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 18 more yards there and another first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
To throw is Fields. Oh, he's got Hester complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Meanwhile, Fields throw here into the hands of Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, it's Fields. That's to Moore. He's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Yannick Ngakoue. Just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Running left is Stevenson. He'll take this to the 46.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Stevenson gets it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have. And what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled.
He's got it with the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This one swung out to Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Now Brady. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Now Brady again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Stevenson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Again, Stevenson.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being for
touchdown, Patriots. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Setting up to be a finish for the ages here. All tied in the final minutes of the Super Bowl as the kick is away. Hester to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's second and a yard. Here's Fields. He's got Claypool. And Claypool going to have a Bears first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here comes second down at 5. Back to throw. Fields. Able to find Kmet. And that will give him another first down, but the clock certainly working against him.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. All eyes on Fields. That is caught by Herbert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. OT in the Super Bowl, something the Patriots know all about, and they'll once again get the ball first as we start this overtime session. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Now Brady on the bootleg. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters,
the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there. It looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
Again, it's Brady. We'll get this underneath to Stevenson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On play action, it's Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Fulton connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's Fields. He'll drop this off to Peyton. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Well, when
looking that they're doing it. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way. And they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
So, CD, in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure, knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
And this will be a first down as well, but the clock continues to move. Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the second overtime now in the Super Bowl. Now a first down throw, Fields.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, take the tie, and send this game to sudden death. Or go for 2 and let it come down to one last 2-point try.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Again, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Now Fields.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
4 yards there on the touchdown run.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Marcus Jones, a return man. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New England trying to get a place on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
One or two more big plays could get him in position for a game-winning field goal. Here's 1st and 10 now. 2 minutes to go in overtime. We will keep playing if we need to. We are all tied up. On play action, now Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. This now in field goal range. It's a question of when you want to try it. Here's 1st down. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd and 16. Here's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl.
Ain't no way the Patriots get the upset on the Bears. They rewrite history.
All building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely.
The Patriots with the upset. We're moving on though. Super Bowl 29 coming.
To face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.